Hello, welcome to another video, another vlog, another day, another adventure. As you've probably already seen, we've done sunrise this morning. Probably one of my shorter videos, which you don't get many of them, do you? This is part 2 of the day, part 2 of the weekend. I'm going to try and fit everything in from the rest of the weekend, or possibly split it into 2. And it's going to be a bit probably in and out different places. Otherwise this is going to turn into a super epic. We are at Ingleborough's the other side. Ingleton, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ingleton's just down the road. We're in the mud. We're heading up this scar or hill or whatever they want to call it from around here. Again, I'm not great with all the names of places, and this looks boggy. I'm not great with the names of places, but I know I've been up here before. I've been up this path, and I know there's some nice trees up here, lone trees. There's a big boulder, which is pretty epic. First of all, this morning we were going to go and visit a little cave with a waterfall, but we saw the cloud looked lower than the top of the hill, so we changed plans and come here first. It is breaking up and it's disappearing a bit now, but it may look different when we get to the top. So the plan is to get out of breath like I normally do, drag our heels up the top of that hill, find some trees and a boulder, and get a couple of shots. Condition wise, I think it's going to be changeable, the word for that today. Changeable, between the odd glimpse of sky, lots of grey, lots of cloud, lots of possible rain, and just changeable. We're in October, so what do you expect? So that's the plan. We'll see you again when we get to the top. We had 2 choices. Follow the path that zigzags, or do what Owen wanted to do and go straight up the hill. Now you can see Dan's taking his coat off, and so am I. You're gonna have to be, I'm sorry about the audio, but I am mullered. I'm gonna take my coat off. We found a bit of a rock to just stop on for 5 minutes. Jesus, whose idea was it to go straight up the hill? Oh, my heart rate's going to be doing God knows what. So, glasses are off because they're steaming up. My hat's off because they're steaming up. And now taking my coat off because I'm steaming up. I'll see you at the top eventually, guys. We managed to get up the hill. Nigel's just managed to get up as well. We've been up here 5 minutes waiting for him.
5 minutes? It's an hour.
It's all about taking your time. The drone's going up, not mine. I've got my camera in my hand. The mountain over the back there, you just see behind Nigel now. The mist has come across and it's showing its head. So before we went anywhere else, we've grabbed the camera out of the bag and we're literally just grabbing a few snaps of this while we can. Handheld, of course, so I've not got time to mess around because I thought it was going to disappear. As it is, it doesn't look like it's going, it's staying and hanging around, but I want to get up a bit higher. But there was a lovely shot just then, so handheld, I hope it come out all right. You've got this lovely bit of the stone, the pathway that's leading over to it. I think it'll make a square a square crop even quite nicely. Pretty awesome, so hopefully that come out. That looked really, really good just then, just poking out the top of the mist. Right, now I'll catch my breath a little bit. We'll give Nigel a chance to catch his breath. It's starting to flatten out now, and we're going to make our way up onto the path. It is wet, so I've warned the guys, it's going to be slippy. I've never been up here in the wet, and I just know that it's going to be slippy up there, so it's a case of caution before anything. And let's hope we can set something up really cool with this mist. It's well worth getting up here in this epic stuff. Who needs sunshine, eh? Look at that for a little tree. We've just been handheld again, just snapped another couple of shots before we go walking up the hill. That's gone again, but I managed to get the drone out. Owen said, Paul, you've got to get your drone out, you've got to get your drone out. So I looked on the back of his screen. Oh my God, it is amazing. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures I've waited an awful long time to get. And if I don't get anything else today, I'm made up with that. I'm just sure it's going to process as well as I think it is. There's a river leading through from the bottom right to the left. Ingleborough, I think it's called, the mountain. You've got all the clouds. We went up above this cloud and it was absolutely epic, absolutely fantastic. I'm so made up with that. It's brilliant. We thought it was going to disappear, but if I spin you around now, there is nothing there. It's come back over again. But I've cooled down now, which is nice. I've stopped sweating, I've stopped hyperventilating and all that, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I've just taken a shot of this tree, really nice, a vertical shot, handheld. I leant on the edge of the rocks here and got this lovely lead-in line from the bottom coming through. I think it was an F5, 6, F6, just to narrow the depth field, give it a little bit more speed for handheld. But that looked really, really nice. So that's a nice little minimal tree to get us in the mood. So there's a couple of shots already taken from here. I'm going to show you this bit of drone footage. Enjoy this. It is fantastic, loving it. So we're going to go up on the top now, and I've got enough battery left to get the drone up again. We have just come up a little bit higher, and as you can see, we've got limestone path, or limestone pavement, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's actually not too bad just here. I'm just testing it out, and yes, it's a bit slippy, but it's not. I think because it's not raining here, it's not actually wet. They're relatively dry at the moment. But I think as higher we go up, the wetter they'll get. But if you've never seen this place, and I'm sure you have, just check that out. This is just a small segment of the path, of the limestone. I remember the first time I come up here, and I'd seen it on videos and stuff like that, and I was just astonished by it. You know, nature and the wonders of evolution, or whatever you call it, if I'm trying to be clever with my words, fascinates me. Absolutely fascinates me. Nature's just an amazing place. There's a place in Ireland I want to go and visit, Devil's Causeway, with them uppy downy hexagonal bits, and hopefully next year or the year after at least I'll definitely make it over there. But yeah, this is pretty awesome, isn't it? And I actually think the conditions are perfect. The mist is taking away the distractions in the background. We are going to be able to find some beautiful lines and some beautiful trees. Look at these trees behind here. Look at the trees here. This is what I'm on about. And these have already been wind blasted by the looks of it, because there's nothing left on them. So just look at this. Look at that. How can you not, as a photographer, love that? People at work think I'm absolutely crazy when I go on talking about trees and things, but as a photographer, look at that. For absolutely astonishing. You've got to love it, ain't you? So this is going to be us, I think, for the next few hours, walking around finding these trees, finding the lines and the shapes and the textures in the ground, and just making some really cool minimal grungy shots. Wicked. Totally in love with that tree. come up a little bit higher now. I'm up onto the next level, and again it's just limestone. Look at this, absolutely phenomenal. How amazing is that? It's just really, really, truly amazing. Absolutely love places like this. I don't come up here enough, but I've just taken a couple of shots down there of those trees. I couldn't quite line them up. I'm going to show you if I haven't already. I couldn't quite line them up. There's one over there. That one there looks very, very juicy, and this one here looks even juicier. And I'm robbing those words from another very well-known vlogger, and I shouldn't do, but they do look juicy. Fantastic trees. This one here actually in front of us, find someone to put my tripod, that's a bit difficult to find. There you go, you're all waiting for that, weren't you? Battery dead. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And like I say, I was just struggling for someone to put the tripod, because under feet, as you can see down here, there's a lot of holes and things. So sorry for spinning you around, make you feel sick, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm going to take a couple of these trees. That one's just disappearing in the mist at the moment. And even behind me, this was clear 2 seconds ago before the battery. This was clear. I could see that tree over there, clear as anything, and now it's come back over again. So we're going to be in and out this cloud all day. I've only got this one battery that's in the camera now, so if for any reason I disappear, I've got my GoPro. I'll finish off on that. But I wasn't planning on doing a lot up here, but yeah, I'm going to have to take another picture. I'm going to set the camera up and try and talk you through what we're doing. But at the moment, oh, the temperature's dropped about 3 degrees. I'm going to put my coat back on, and God, yeah, it's gone really cold. And put my coat back on and just wait for these to appear. But these conditions are fantastic. Quite pleased I found my way over the wall. There's actually some steps built in the wall just over there. Well, Nigel's just come over it. A couple of little steps you can climb over the wall, which is brilliant. We're on the right side now, and that tree over there is definitely on the cards for a photo. Absolutely fantastic, really is. I've got the camera set up for this one at the moment though. Now I've come over this nice twisty gnarly tree, so I've got a lovely leading line coming from this gap here. I've put the tree over on the right hand thirds. I'm shooting vertical so I can look down the lines in the crags. I've got a boulder right in the bottom key corner, in the left hand corner, and then the lines just lead you through the image, the tree. I've got down as low as I can to make sure the branches are above the like I say, call it the horizon line for want of a better word. And then it's just mist behind it. There's a little bit of mist falling on it, which is fine. I've focused on the tree. Let's just go back to this, because for whatever reason it's not focusing. Right, I've focused on the tree. And I'm going to put the 2-second timer on as well, because I just took one without the 2-second timer on. F8 ISO 160. This could turn out a monochrome or a colour. The only colour in this shot is the green in the grass. That is the only colour in it. But the limestone on this side, as you can see, look at this. It's just, I was going to say miles and miles and miles of it, but there's quite a bit, isn't there? There's quite a bit of limestone over this side, and I don't think I've been on this side of the path, so it's going to be interesting nevertheless. But yeah, we're on the right side of the fence for these trees now, so we can have a walk back down the wall and get them. That one there over, like I said, that one over there is definitely going to get it, as you say. We're all over the wall now, so the plan is now just to recce this, have a look and see what we can find. But that tree's really nice, and it's all about, when you're on pathways like this, it's all about finding these lines. See, I've got natural lines leading you through to the tree. In fact, this higher viewpoint has given me another line. I can see this one right there going right the way through. So I'm going to find where that is. I think it's this one. So I'm going to move further back, and I'm going to take something very similar to that and have that line leading you right through the image. And yeah, just moving around. There's lichens on the stones. Some of these stones do move. So as you're walking around, just be a little bit careful if you do come up here. It can be seriously treacherous, but at the moment, fingers crossed, we're quite lucky. It's pretty dry underfoot, so we're all right. But yeah, stop waffling. Let's get a couple more shots done. So you can see we've come over to this tree now, and it is begging to be photographed. It's different to the others because it's nice and light. All the bark and all the trunk and everything's quite light, so it just stands out a little bit different. I like the fact it's sat on a little green perch as well, but it's extremely difficult to photograph. looking for a line that's going to lead you to it's quite hard, because like Dan just said just now, all the lines are going across and they're not actually going to it, so that's quite difficult. I mean, maybe going over there, but if you go over there then it's hidden by the cliffs and stuff there, so that's quite difficult. There is a line in front of us just here, as you can see, going through, but you need to really get down low. You need to come down. Let's see if I can get down low and show you without falling. You need to hunker down and get down like this to make it stand up a little bit, and by doing that obviously you lose the limestone. Now from here, in fact probably from where you are now, if I can get the camera that low, I've got a line that comes across here, haven't I, through there, so maybe that might work, and use just a bit of the path directly in front. But you can see the lines open up as you go up, but the tree then gets lost in the background, so it's quite a difficult one to shoot. But we will take it. We'll probably take 2 or 3 shots, and I think what I'm going to do is pull out the drone again. I might go up and have another look above the clouds, but the drone's playing up, isn't it, Mr. O?
Yes.
Every time we go up above the clouds and we come down again, it goes into landing mode, which is quite nerve-wracking, isn't it? Yep. To say the least. So both of our drones are doing it. They're both different drones and they're both doing it. So as long as we can get them back, fair game. If not, we just need to find out where it lands itself.
It was good knowing them.
Is what?
It was good knowing
it. It was good knowing it, yeah. But I feel the need to fly the drone around that tree. I just think that's going to look absolutely epic going around that. So we'll have a go in a minute and see. But yeah, I'm going to shut up again. Let us all take a photograph, get it set up. Once I've got a composition dialed in the best I can, or set up the best I can, or I keep using words that I hear other vloggers saying, that's because I watch them. I'm ever so sorry if I pinch a catchphrase, but yeah, once I get the composition set up, I'll come back and show you what I've got. I was just about to start talking and he started talking behind me, so now we're both talking, but he knows he's going to get more confused than I am while he's trying to talk over me or I'm trying to talk over him. So if you haven't met Daniel Bennett, check him out. He's well worth watching. He hasn't done a vlog for a long time, work's taken over and he doesn't get the time off now to come out and play, but he's thoroughly enjoying himself this weekend. He's going to get a few vlogs out of this, so yeah, check him out. It's well worth it, even if it's just to see us lot, us lot in the background. Yeah, I nearly went there. Nigel nearly went just now. Yeah, us lot in the background, of his videos. He was new to it last year when we started. He's still quite fresh, but he's definitely making his way forwards. Right, image, what have I got? How have I set it up? Tree is up on the top thirds, very predominantly. Leading lines coming from the bottom corner, running into the tree. That's all I've got. I actually think my image has got a nice diagonal line going through. Owen just had one set up right next to me, and he literally is right next to me here. And his is a slightly better composition again. This is twice it happened in the last video. He's just got a slightly different line, and it looks quite good. But I've got a problem with both the images. As I said before, the tree is too low, and it's losing its magnificentness stuff, whatever it is. It needs to be sitting above that horizon, just in the oblivion of the grey. And it's not, so I do need to get down lower, and I'm going to try. What I might try and do to make it work is have the tree and maybe put some of this fern in the foreground, or if that doesn't work, I'm going to bang on the wide angle lens and then I'm going to get up closer to it. That way I should be able to get under the tree and still find some crags, still find some lines to get on it. So that's probably the option, put the wide angle on. But I think there's a way of doing it. It's just finding that shot. But this is a shot I've got at the moment, f8, ISO 160, it's on 60th of a second, 2-second timer. I've bracketed it just in case, but I don't think it's going to need any brackets. I very, very rarely use them. And just now the mist was clearing behind us over there and it looks so cool. So there's a possibility that at some point today we may hit the nail on the head and get an absolutely epic light shot. I just feel it's only got to poke through once. It was trying to get out just now, the sun was. It's only got to poke through once and this is going to go berserk. So be prepared for me running around like a headless chicken. So yeah, limestone path, so far so good. We've done it, we've got down low enough, we're there, we found ourselves a composition at last, and my trees getting it. Definitely wasn't going to get away. What I found was this little patch in front. You know, I said about maybe using the ferns or something like that. That's what I've done. I've come down, I've got a lead in as such. It sort of leads in, it sort of almost looks like a chasm leading through the image a little bit. And then you've got this nice wall of stones and then your trees sitting up on the top. The trees up on the top thirds again. I talk about the thirds a lot, but the thirds, I use the thirds ever such a lot in my photography. You probably realise that because that's all I talk about. The trees on the third, the rocks on the third, the lines are on the third, this is on the third. It works. You have to work off those thirds. It's just the basic elements of the building blocks of putting a half decent image together. Personally, that's what I think anyway. Bottom corner, again, down probably below the bottom thirds, but on the bottom right hand side, sorry, I've got this fern. Yes, it's dying off. I can't really help that. So there are bits of dead leaves on it, but I've done a little bit of gardening. I've just got rid of some of the really dead stuff because some of it is proper goosed. But it looks quite nice, and I've got a few grasses in front, all little bits of green texture going on around the rocks. Then we've got the tree up in the distance. I've bracketed it, exposure brackets, so that I've got all the details in the highlights and in the shadows, and I've also focus stacked it. I've taken a shot with the ferns, a shot on the row of stones that you'll see in the image, and then a shot on the tree. So I should have stages all the way through the image. I'm on 5 brackets for exposure, so that's 15 shots been taken just to do this one image. Personally, again, I could probably get it out of one shot. And I might end up doing that, get it out of one shot, but I've got all the information, all the details and everything I need just in case I can't get it out the one best exposure that I pick. But at f8, ISO 160, we're on the standard lens, the 1855, and we're out at 18mm. The polarizer's on, but I haven't used the polarizer because it's doing diddly, to be honest. It's not doing anything. Oh, look at the mountains in the background, it's just coming out. I'm going to have to hit the shutter again. That is phenomenal, and it's dropping. That is so cool. I'm gonna have to flick the camera around, I think, but that has just come out in the most perfect position. I'm spitting, I'm dribbling. The trees on the left and the mountains just come out on the right hand side. Oh my god, that is stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm going to take another one. I'm gonna have to bracket it because the clouds come down lower. How fantastic is that? That's focused on infinity. I'm going to drop back down again. I've already got the bottom shots and I don't need to do any more. That is awesome. And because it's so good, I'm going to flick the camera around. I may have to run off in a minute. I'm going to flick the camera around and I'm going to change my exposure. Quick. It's going to happen really fast, otherwise it's going to be gone. And I'm just going to set it up like that. I'm going to focus on the tree. There's the tree. Focus on the tree. Hit the shutter. Really quick setup. Line of thirds, tree above it, mountain on the right hand side, and oh my god, that just looks absolutely amazing.
Well spotted.
That is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have to show you this. Have a look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. How amazing is that? I'm going to bust out the other lens. I'm going to be back in a minute. we're making our way across. We just found a boulder that's just randomly sat right on the top of the limestone, and you've got to watch your feet. And I'm just trying to get a bit lower without slipping so I can actually make the boulder stand up. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at it, but I'm watching my feet where I'm putting them. Here, can you see it now with my shoulder? Just there, look at that, a little boulder. And I love the ridge. I like the bit of cloud base behind it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna take a shot from somewhere around here, maybe a little bit higher, just get a little bit more elevation. It's just so random, so cool. And I've got the long lens on again as well, so yeah, it's got a shot of that. How wicked is that? I don't know if it's erosion or the ice age has left it there, but that's just absolutely bonkers. Like I said before, it's just mind-boggling. And why I changed the subject, look at the view. Look at the view you get from up here. You can see the sea just over there in the corner. That's the sea. Whew. This is turning into a lovely day out. Images are done. I had to get the images then. The light just broke a little bit. You could just see a little bit of the mountain behind it. Ingleborough. I'm sure it's Ingleborough. I'm sure you're going to put me right if I'm wrong. You just saw a little bit. Dan's just been doing a bit of vlogging again. I was just listening to him. He said he's going to sit here and wait until it clears so we can get the mountain behind it. I'm not so sure it's going to happen just yet. There's a lot over on the bank there, but it is moving. It's constantly opening and coming. It's coming and going all the time. But we did get a little bit of light just breaking through, just enough to light this area a little bit. And I think if I flick through my images, I've done a panoramic, which I think the panoramic's going to work out quite nice. Yeah, there's a little bit of light on it, which is just nice, just lifting it. It just looks really cool. It is just a lump of rock. It's just a ball. You know, look at it. It's just sitting there. It's just a ball of rock. It's doing nothing else on its own apart from sitting there. It's just the fact that it is just so random. It's, as Dan just totally stealing his words, the lone rock, the lone boulder. Yeah, let me know in the comments, as normal, how that's got there. Is it a bunch of teenagers that Owen thinks that have brought it up here, back-ridden, arthritis and all that, and just dumped it there? Or, as I think it is, the ice age, the ice cap's melted, and as the ice cap's melted and that's been floating along on the ice cap or whatever, it's just been left there and then erosion's just, you know, rounded it off or done whatever it's done? Or is it part of the actual natural erosion of the limestone, and it's, for whatever, that piece is a little bit harder than the rest? So yeah, please let me know in the comments. I know I've got two people that comment all the time, and I'm so appreciative of them because they always put me right, or they always give me all the facts and the details. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. So yes, you two, you know who I'm talking about. Let's know. And look, it's clearing in the background. So we're going to get a little bit, I might have to move my composition up a little bit. Oh, I hope not. I'll just go a little bit wider. Just go a little bit wider. Because the mountain's a bit higher than I thought it was. And, oh, out of focus now. Get back on there. Focus. So yeah, I'm going to take one there because I like the fact that it's just eerily poking out in the mist. And hopefully it'll just clear enough just to make the detail we had earlier on, just see a little bit of detail in it. But the way these clouds are moving, and we're sort of cloud height, we're cloud level, we're on what you call probably cloud base on these low clouds, which is really cool. We've still got a little way to go up, another few hundred metres, well, a few metres, not 100 metres. But yeah, I'm going to take another one because it's a little bit clearer again, and just hope that one of them works better than the others. I like the little gap, it's like a little window. And I'm sure this vlog's turning into a long one again, because I keep talking and I've gone nowhere. So this might be a vlog just in this area, which won't be a bad thing, I'm sure. So right, let's shut up, let's make our way out the path, and I'll speak to you again in a minute. very dark. I'm there. Come back. Hello, there you are. Yeah, we've just had a little bit of epicness, a little bit of beautiful, fantastic light. We've come up on the top now, and you can see, look at this, what a plane. It's just absolutely brilliant. It's open, the wind's not, it's not windy, it's not cold. Owen and Mia in a t-shirt, and these two have only got small, small coats on. It's really quite all right. The lights come out, it's all changed. The mist has now gone, that's all disappeared. We've still got some very low cloud, or some higher cloud over on, I'm going to call it Ingleborough again, I'm sure it is. I might even get my OS map out on my phone and try that out. But yeah, we stopped for this, we stopped for that. Let me zoom in so you can have a bit of a look. Where are we? Just there, look at that. The light on the top there is absolutely, steal a word, tremendous. No, I've got to stop doing that, haven't I? I'm an idiot. Yeah, no, it's Owen's laughing because he knows I'm going to get told off. The light over there is absolutely fantastic. It's really, really nice. It was just really contrasty just now. There was a lot more light. It came all the way down in the far valley, and it just looked really, really nice. There was none in the foreground, but I wasn't too worried about the foreground. I was more interested about what was going on down there. I've taken a couple of shots. I did a pano, and I couldn't talk you through it because I had to rush. It was going to be one fleeting thing. The clouds were coming across, and the light was just disappearing. So I've done a pano, literally from about, where are we? From about there to about there. And just took all that scene in, so I've got all the detail focused right up, zoomed right in, and I've also taken one a bit wider and have all this sort of deadish looking grass in the bottom, and I just love that image. And while I was saying that, Nigel shouted, look over to the right, look over to the right, and yeah, over to the right we got glimpses of light and the mountains there, and it's all kicking off, and it's really, you don't have a lot of time. I mean, look at the light now, there's just one little patch of light. I'm just going to take another one like that. There's one little strip of light just on the ridges, and you can see all the limestone crags, layers, I don't know what you call them, but they are fantastic. Dan's down here on his belly, he's looking at something a bit different. He's going to shoot with some grasses in the foreground, which would be quite nice. Yeah, I think we're just going to mess around up here. Now, there is a boulder up here. I'm going to try and find the boulder, and I might try and find a line that's going to lead me into that. There's a beautiful fence over there, so if we get up on this top little bit, it might open itself up. But yeah, the light's really, really nice, so we're just going to keep taking photographs, and if I get a bit of light on the top of that mountain, it's going to be stunning, absolutely stunning, because it's possible there are a faint few bits of light up there, so we will see what happens. Right, camera's back on, we've stopped now. We've come over to this boulder that you can see behind me just there. Owen and Nigel stayed back over that way where we were just now. I'm with Daniel, we've bought a walk over. We're on the limestone path. This is quite a big area here, it's pretty cool. He's blown away by it, and I said I am. It's just amazing. It's like a lunar planet, for not that we ever know, but it is. It's like being somewhere completely different that you wouldn't recognise. This boulder, I've shot this boulder way before I started vlogging years ago, but I've not done it on a video, and I wanted to bring it to you and show you it. I absolutely love this. It's just sat on this little pinnacle all on its own. It really is just sat on this little tiny stand of grass. it will fall over, I'm sure, one day, but it's pretty cool, pretty cool. So I'm going to get the camera out now, take this pack off my back, and yeah, try and get a picture. Now I know I've been turning my head round, and I hope the volume can still pick me up when I'm facing the other direction. I should look at you really. So yeah, I'm going to get this done, get this bag off, and get you a shot. And as I get closer, it looks weird. Where is that rock anyway? You can't see it, can you? Let's have a look this side. There it is. There's that rock. So I'm going to get that boulder shot. I'm going to use this as a leading line, and have the line coming up through in. The boulder's going to be there, and I'm going to have this mountain in the background. Hopefully this highlight that you see blowing out on this camera, I can tone all that down, and there should be some nice textures in the sky. I think we've lost the light now though. The sun's going down a bit lower because it is the end of the year, isn't it? So yeah, we'll get this shot sorted out, and we're going to head back down to the car, meet up with them two, and I'm going to take them to a nice little secret place. And I might just do a tiny bit of video to tag on the end of this, just to show you where I'm taking them, because it's pretty spectacular. These three guys are going to love it. I think that's it. I've shot the boulder again. I've actually come down inside the crags now. I'm actually down, and we're at least as deep as a tripod. You can see the camera's really, really low. And the reason being is I wanted to try and get as low as I can to make the rock sit up high. I'm going to go up there now, and I'm going to go and stand next to the rock and take a selfie. 10 seconds might quite not be long enough, so I might cheat and get Dan to hit the shutter button for me, but I'm going to do a selfie just to show you the size of that boulder, because that is not a small rock that's over there. It's quite big, but I've made it look really small in this image purely because I'm really wide open. I'm at 10mm on the Fuji. That's about 24 I think on a full frame, and I've got all this rock, all this heather and stuff that's growing down inside all this boulders down here. I don't know how it gets the light to grow, and I'm using the lines. You'll see in the photograph I've got all the lines and the layers, and it just looks really good with a lead in all the way down to the boulder, and there's a bit of light in the background as well. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to take 3 more exposures. I'm going to do it again because the light's just behind the boulder, tiny little bit. So I'm going to do one at that, and I'm going to I'm going to focus on the foreground again there. Oh, focus, focus, focus. It doesn't want to focus for me. Let's have a quick look. Focus. It won't focus. Why won't it focus? It's saying it won't focus. Is it too dark? Could be. Yeah, let's come up here. No, it won't focus. We got problems, Fuji. Focus. No, no, no. It's not focusing anybody. So let's do it manually. Let's focus manually. Round, round, round we go. No, it's not doing anything. Where's the focus point gone? Go the other way. Nothing. Why haven't we got any focus? I'm going to come back to you in a minute and try and sort this out. Back in a bit. I've got an error coming up on the camera. Turn camera off and on again. I don't quite know what's happened. This could be the end of the Fuji. The Fuji could have bit the dust. Maybe it doesn't like being Comptoned. We've definitely got issues. Turn camera off and on again. Oh dear. Let's do what everyone else does and give the lens a bit of a knock. But we've got issues. Right, image stabilizer's on, everything's on and off. Let's try it again. Switch it on. Hey, it's working. That's how you do it. Compton style, give it a smack. Right, let's get this shot done quick. The light's still in the background. There's a little bit of light up on the top of the hills as well. You might be able to see on the image in front of me now. So right, going to put it there. I'm on bracketing. I'm on F7. We want to go up. Let's take it up to F11. Bit of depth of field in this image. No, it's got, yeah, F11. You can see the layers. I'm going to focus on that. 2 second timer, which I've not put on. It's now on. 5 brackets, so that's going 1.5 stops over, 1.5 stops under. We've got a little bit of light up on the top of the hill now as well, which is really cool. And I'm going to focus up on the rock. There we go, focus on the rock again. 5 shots, the light's coming over from the left hand side. I'm going to wait now, because if the light comes over on the top of that hill behind there, it's going to look really cool. So I'm not going to talk you through that. I'm not going to waste your time, you sitting here watching it. I'm going to sit here, look, the light's coming down now. I'm going to sit here, take this shot, get the last ones in the bag, and then I'm going to call it quits. So I'm going to take them to a secret location in a minute, and when we get back down there, and it'll be head torches at the ready. So I will take you in on the camera. I'll do a little bit, so hang on at the end of this video just after I log off now, and I will show you what we're doing and where we're going. Whether I take a picture is another matter, but it will only be a little bit of a quick one. So yeah, till next time, please like and subscribe as per normal. It's all the usual stuff, and if you've enjoyed this, maybe share the video. I'd love you to share the video. Without you guys sharing, without your guys comments and without stuff like that, it's kind of pointless doing it for you if I know you're not sharing it, because you know I need you to share it for others to see it, if that makes sense. I know what I'm talking about. I'll do it anyway, even if you don't. So yeah, the light's coming across the hill, so I'm going to take this shot, and I'll see you all soon on the next one. Ciao for now. Don't forget, get that camera, get out and shoot and have an adventure. What a place to start somewhere like this. The limestone pavement in the North Yorkshire moors, I suppose it is, near Ribblehead Viaduct, which is just down over there. So yeah, see you soon. Hello, did say I'd tail you onto the back of this, didn't I? I brought these guys here. This is where I brought them. This is the little wander. Now I've been here before, and it all depends what it's like just inside to whether we can get to see the actual wander. But look at this. We are going into the cave, so I'm going to put me light on my head so that we can see what we're doing, and we're going in. Mr. Rowe's going in. Just mind your heads, and you won't be able to see me in here, but I'll talk to you as best as I can until you can't see anything. But this in here, and you can probably hear it, is fantastic. So what I've got to do is stop and get me bearings and let our eyes adjust. Just stop on that bank there, mate, and let our eyes adjust. Right, just wait here, and then I'll take you to where we're going. Right, we are inside. As you can hear, listen to this. It's pretty phenomenal. And I'm going to take my hat off in a minute, just so that I can see, because me shield's blocking us. So, no, we're not going down to the left. Just watch the water. So, yeah, Owen's already going in. You can see us, the steam from our faces, because we're underground now. You can see the little exit behind me, which is there. And like I say, I've been here before, so we just need to take a little time now to let our eyes adjust. And I'll switch it back on in a sec when you can see, or when I've caught my breath. We are walking in a river, Mike. Now the secret, the special thing is just around that corner. If we can get to it without getting drenched. And it's well worth having a look at if you can get round there. And we are, like I say, we're in a river. This was dry last time I come. I might test my waterproof socks out. Can you see round there, or is it too deep? Can you see it? It's got a hole like a window.
See it, but it's like a bath to the side.
Yeah, is it? Don't go into the bath because that'll be deep. But there's a window to the left. If you can just get your head to poke through there. It's an underground waterfall, and it's absolutely amazing.
I'll just go on my phone, Lee.
You're going to try and do a bit on your phone? Yeah. Like I said, we're stepping in, and I'll put the camera running, but we are actually standing in water. I've lost Nigel, he was behind us. I've got Dan, which is in front of us, and I've got Owen. You alright, Nigel? Oh, you're there. Alright, found Nigel, Nigel's there. So like I say, this is really random, it's in the dark. It's quite noisy. I might just put my tripod down with the camera on it for a minute because it's going nowhere. Leave it in the river. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna poke the log around and have a look and see if I can show you what's around there. Now that's what we came for. You probably can't see me. Let me flick my lens round. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see a lot, and I know the water's in my face, there we are. But that's the underground waterfall. Pretty spectacular really, I've never seen anything like it, but it's dead hard to get to and pretty spooky. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back out and let Dan have a look. And I'll speak to you when we get back outside. Epic stuff! Hello me little lovelies, we're still inside. I've managed to get a photograph. Owen's managed to get a photograph. Now, where's my face? You can't see me, can you? Hello, there I am. Yeah, we've got a picture. I'm not sure how good it is, but I can actually show you what it is we went in to see. So I will process the image best I can, and I'm going to shove it up for you now. We're also going to try and set up for a selfie in here and do ourselves some sort of a selfie. And I don't quite know how we're going to do it, but we will manage something. So bear with us. Epic selfie to finish the day. Like I said, thanks for watching. This is a great little adventure coming into places like this. You've got to come and join us another time. I always try and find something interesting to do and something wacky to look at. We've all got wet feet. Well, they all have. I've got some sealskin socks on and they're fantastic. But yeah, epic little location. Something you're always going to remember. So cheers guys. See you soon. Ciao.